Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. I don't remember what this little doggy's name is. Hello. But I've been in this house quite a few times, so we know one another. Beautiful little dog. And this house is on the west side of the Okanagan Lake. Kelowna's down right away, actually. Looking across at McKinley Landing, or Cars Landing, I'm not sure where exactly we are, as far as over that way. But spectacular place here. And I'm doing furniture, and I'm using the Esteem E600 heated extractor. This is a linen fabric. I've been cleaning this furniture now for a few years. We clean it twice a year. And often it has stains on it that I have to address, and I've always managed to get this thing looking, well, actually amazing. I think the very first time I cleaned this thing, I actually used my Von Schroeder dry foam machine on it, and it cleaned it fine. And I've used the set method on it a few times as well, but most of the time I actually prefer to use the E600 because although it is a linen, when you do it with the right chemistry and the right technique, it can be done that way without a problem, obviously, because I've done it many times. I've just done these 3 cushions. And when I clean it, it actually looks really blotchy initially, like this one. You can see it looks quite blotchy, but it always dries out looking nice and even, and it just comes up really very, very nice. So I'll show you how I go about doing it. Now I'm pre-treating it with neutral cleaner here. I did spray these 2 spots right here with some Proxy, and there's actually one over there which I pre-sprayed already as well. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but anyway, and so I just give it I'm just going to give it a bit of a light spray. I don't really need very much on here, just enough to get it a little bit damp. That's plenty enough. I have a little bit of Revive Rocket in the solution, as well as some ClO2 in there. And this is a heated extractor, so it actually heats up the water to 200 degrees. Just bring it up to the... Ow. So anyway, that's kind of how I go about doing it on this fabric. It'll dry within it'll be dry within 30 minutes probably, this particular one, I would guess. It dries really fast. This is a cotton linen blend. We do charge, this is a specialty fabric, so there's an extra charge on this one. It's not a fabric that you want to be... If you don't know what you're doing, don't clean it, put it that way. But, and as I clean it, you can see it turning quite dark, which suggests actually there's some rayon in there. Maybe that's a rayon cotton linen blend, actually. That might be why it's turning dark like that, actually, come to think of it. But again, that makes it all the more, I guess you'd call tricky to clean it without... You can certainly, this is a fabric that you could certainly end up with a real problem with yellowing on it. But as I said, I've been cleaning this now for a few years, twice a year, and I've never had a problem with it. And I do lots of fabrics like this. This, of course, is the head, this cleaning head I'm using is the TSC, Total Solution Control Stealth internal jet dripless tool, which gives me an incredible amount of control of the moisture, and again, that's critical, I think. This is a PMF. I think it's made by PMF. I bought this one from Clean Quip Supply, I believe, in Canada, and they sell it as well as oh, what's his name again? Starts with a C. It'll eventually come to me. He sells the Hero end cap product. I believe he has this tool as well. So initially you can see it looks really blotchy, and that might scare the daylights out of you. I get that. But then it quickly, fairly quickly anyway, goes very even. Because this one looked like that too a few minutes ago. Still a little bit, slightly blotchy, but it'll dry out very evenly. So yeah, actually looks terrible initially. We'll do another one. I know a lot of guys like the tool, like the Sapphire Scientific, and I have one, and I virtually never use it because I find it, well, there's absolutely no reason to use it because this is a lot more nimble, and it performs extremely well and doesn't overwet the fabric either. It has one drawback, and that is that almost every time I go to use it, I have to use a guitar string and clean out that jet, because it's such a small jet. It when it sits for a day or two, it'll get a little bit of a blockage there. Oh, okay. What I was saying was that doggy walking around there. But one of the nice things about this tool is I can see what's happening here so easily. And I'm not necessarily watching that because I'm watching for the soil coming out, although you can see that to a certain extent, obviously. But more, I can see what's going on with the jet, if the jet has any issues with a clog, because it can happen once in a while. But that's why I have a guitar string on my machine there. Now, this is a time-consuming job, and I'm quite fine with that. I actually really like doing furniture for some odd reason. I don't know why. I guess it tends to really focus my mind. I guess maybe that's it. There's that one done. I don't care if it takes me, it'll take me about, well, usually it takes me at least 2 hours to do this, I guess. And that's fine, I'm charging good money for this. Probably 3 hours, I think, in total, maybe. But if you focus on really the quality of your work, and don't worry much about the time it takes you, in the end, I think it really pays off in the end. At least that's what I find. And if you ever need to do really get onto a piping, you can do it like that. That's another nice thing about this tool. Yeah, I find the Sapphire Scientific tool, it's too big and bulky. Okay. Now we'll do the final side. I think that machine there is absolutely ideal for doing furniture because it's compact enough to fit into the vehicle so nicely. Which I have the Nissan NV200. The handle folds down, so that makes it a little more convenient. It holds well, it'll hold 6 gallons in it, although you don't want to recover 6 gallons because then you'll hit the shut-off ball or whatever. But for furniture, it works ideal. I don't think it'd be great for carpet because it wouldn't have enough power really for that. Realistically, it's a 150 psi. It's ideal for furniture, I think. And the heat is tremendous. It gets as hot as you can stand it, actually. It does have one thing that I'm pondering on whether I'll change or not, and that is I can't adjust the heat. At least I can't adjust the heat on this thing. But I could easily make a heat control by just taking a control for a stovetop, old style. You know, those ones with the knobs. You could take the rheostat out for a stovetop control, put it into a junction box, just wire it in so you can have your power comes in on one side, the power goes out on the other into your machine, and then you just have this rheostat there, because the one side runs the heater. That would work. So I'm thinking I might do that. I've never had any real need to do that, I guess, but that's one thing one could do if you wanted to. So you'd have adjustable heat, and I've got adjustable pressure because I have the valve in the line there, which is right there. You can do that with just a normal shut-off valve. That's a needle valve, which you could do it just with a normal shut-off valve as well, and then you've got everything. So anyway, so I'm going to continue on. I got to do these 2 big, huge cushions, and then of course the bodies. But yeah, it'll take me a little while to do it because it's a large area. But it always cleans up really quite fine. Even that will come out almost guaranteed. I already pre-treated it with the proxy, so might be the dog drooling there. I got a feeling that might be what's going on here. Anyway, I'll let you go. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a good day.